Jody, please.
Yeah, so I want to talk to you today about Twitter and why people might not get it as much as they could do. The thing that I hear the most when you ask people about Twitter is that they just don't get it. Go around, well, oh, do you have Twitter? No, I just don't get it. So there's a real concept kind of block where you've got loads of people that love it and these people that just don't get it. So I was really interested to get to the bottom of why this was happening. How can such a popular product be so difficult for people to grasp? So I did some research. I got people to go onto Twitter, explore Twitter, engage with it as they would do, search for stuff, follow, say how they'd follow people they wanted to follow. And the most interesting thing that came out of this research was that people were using their real-world social expectations to engage in a digital environment. And this meant that they connected with people that they knew. These are a few quotes from people that were in the study. They always talked about friends they knew, regular people they knew, groups and organisations and celebrities they knew. But it was kind of limited to that, to who they knew. We had even one person say, I hate Twitter. If I wanted to speak to someone, I can talk to them face to face, which hopefully he'd know them if he was speaking to them face to face. So we get this real strong kind of known theme coming through. And this is also in line with the idea that they didn't really acknowledge anything that they didn't know. So if they search for something, so user search for Manchester art galleries, for instance, and she got a Twitter feed up. And she was just annoyed and frustrated at the amount of people that were also talking about Manchester art galleries. But there were just a bunch of random people to her, a bunch of random people who used the words Manchester art in their tweets. And it kind of took away from her experience because she was trying to find people she knew and groups she knew. So I think if people are using these real-world social expectations to engage in a digital environment, then they're more likely to connect with people they already know, which potentially could mean that they don't engage so much as they could do. And in fact, Twitter's asking people to do something that's not necessarily aligned with their real-world expectations. It's asking them to do something different, and it's asking them to connect with random people, but not just any random people like themselves. So it gives people an opportunity, as you all know, to meet people you never would have met in the real world. And I think this is really interesting how people are using their real-world expectations to guide them through a digital experience. Because there's no real-world equivalent of Twitter. It's kind of like seeing a UXPA sticker on someone's window and kind of just waving at them, going, hi, I like user experience. That would just be weird. And I think that the more we could do to guide people's behaviours and give people permission to engage with people and connect with people they don't know, the more people will see the value in this product. And I think this is specific to a digital environment. So connecting with random people isn't just specific to Twitter, it's a digital environment. And I think it's really important to be mindful of what it means to be digitally social, because it's not necessarily the same thing as being social in the real world. And I think it's really important to acknowledge that so the products can give people permission to connect with random people like themselves. So, just to take away from this talk, I think it's important to get a sense of what people's real-world social expectations are like, and check if they're the same as the digital expectations, digitally social expectations of the product. And if they're not, make sure that they're aligned so people can see the value in your product. That's me. Thank you very much.